quick. Switchback, sweating, summit haze. Drone shots catching all those rays. Feels like we're together, y'all, out here on Woodall Trails. Like and subscribe to Woodall Trails. Hit that bell so you don't miss the tales. From a mountaintop view to the late night flames, we're chasing that wild by calling your name. So like and subscribe to Woodall
Sounds good, Logan. Okay, guys. So I want to thank y'all for joining us again for another episode of Adventure Closet Talk. We have another episode here. We're going to bring someone on that is going to be in. I promise it's going to be out very soon. I'm going to have my Hangcon video out very soon. I'm going to get him. He is going to be on here now. You're going to see several of these people from my last live stream and this stream that are going to be in that video. So that's going to be coming out soon. It'll be out probably, I'm hoping, in the next 2 days, maybe. We'll work on it when I get off of here. And I want to thank you all for joining me this afternoon. And we're going to talk this afternoon about hangs and gear and whatever y'all want to talk about, guys. We're going to get Mr. Kevin Swilley on here. He is the ambassador for Amok here in the U.S. and he's going to be in my next video, but we're going to get him on here. We're going to get his thoughts on Hangcon, and we're going to talk about hammock hangs, what they are, and where you can find them at, guys, and of course gear.
How's it going?
What's going on, man? How you been?
I can't complain. It's cold over here in North Carolina. I can complain about that a whole lot, but other than that.
Oh, you're telling me. You never say y'all are getting ready to get hit again.
Yeah, we'll see if it comes true like the last time it didn't come true. It promised us a bunch of snow. All we got was a bunch of ice. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're saying we might get 1 to 3 inches, but who knows? That's one of them. You're like, yeah, whatever. Who knows?
Exactly.
So how you been, man?
Been pretty good. I just finally got around to posting some videos and pictures I took at Hangcon just a little bit ago. I've been a little slack on that, but other than that.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've got a video that's about 3/4 of the way done. I've got everything in there. I've just got some voiceover stuff I've got to put together, and that's just something new for me that I'm doing, and I don't really know exactly what I want to say and how I want to say it. I got it in my head, but putting it down on paper is a little bit different.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them what you got me hanging in down there in Hangcon.
Yeah, my name's Kevin Swilley. I go by Swilley, my last name a lot. I've been hammock hanging, gosh, now for, I don't know, 10 years now. I'm in my, early 50s, so late in life bloomer for hammock hanging. I did a lot of camping in my youth and in my military time, but then I just kind of got out of the habit, got married, and got moved into the real world and then had a son and he wanted to do scouting. I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. And zero preparedness, an old tent, no pads or anything like that. So did our first hammock trip or a camping trip with that one, and it rained on us and it was absolutely miserable. The tent was literally floating on water. It was just a nightmare. So did that for a while, and then I was like, yeah, I need a better way to sleep at night because I'm just miserable sleeping on the ground, and got a gathered in hammock. Loved it for years. Did a couple of different hangs with it for scouting here in North Carolina. Some up in Virginia too. And then kind of had started having issues with it. Just kind of got dissatisfied, leg cramps and all that stuff. Everybody, kind of gets used to with the gathered end, and ran across the Amok. I was playing online looking for lay flat hammocks, and this was 6 years ago now, I think. And saw the Dramur, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks pretty cool. But I had zero knowledge on it. I think Shug had done a video on it. I watched this video and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. I think I was going to pull the trigger and buy it, and did that and started hanging on it and did a couple of hangs on it, and then joined up with a group in South Carolina to start hammock hanging with them, and did hangs all over South Carolina, and it just really fell in love with it. I'm a bigger guy, so I got their XL version. They have a couple different versions. They have an LW version, which, anybody up to about 5'10" is going to be a perfect size for you. Then the XL version, 5'10" and above. I'm just at 6 foot. At the time, I was about 280 pounds, so it takes a lot of weight on it. That was another concern of mine, is sometimes, I would always worry laying in a hammock that I was just going to rip it in the middle of the night and just be laying on the ground, just miserable. So the Amok fit what I was looking for. It lays flat. It lays perpendicular to how every other hammock hangs. You got the two trees basically, and then a normal hammock lays this way, and then the Amok lays this way to the trees. So you get that kind of just hop in it, and you kind of just lay in it for a little bit and just zero movement. You can turn on your side, turn on your back. I'm a back sleeper and a side sleeper mainly. So that's how I sleep on it, but you can lay on your stomach if you sleep on your stomach. I know that was a comment a lot of hammock hangers were asking me, is sleeping on your stomach, because gathered in, you really can't do that. Your face kind of gets shoved into a hammock, into a pillow, and things wrap around your head pretty quickly, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I can't breathe. So you can do all that in the Amok. You don't have to have like the 12 to 13 feet between trees to hang on it. I've hung in 2 trees 6 foot apart and been just fine in it. Now my Tharp, on the other hand, didn't like that short length, but the Amok did perfect in it. But yeah, this is my, gosh, I want to say 4th or 5th trip to Hangcon. I missed 1 year, started a new job right in January. So I was like, they're probably not going to give me time off for that. So, but I've been going since, I think.
So which one did you miss?
It would have had to have been 24, I think.
You missed the last one then?
No, I was in, well, this is 26 we were just at. And
yeah.
I was at
okay.
25,
So no.
So the 24, the year before that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the last one, but I didn't meet a whole lot of people. I was kind of over in the corner. I met a few people from over there, and then met Aaron at another. Then I went to a few more hangs after that and met people there, and then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me laying in the Amok, man, and it's different. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. People are always afraid they're gonna fall when they get into it, and I tell a story. I did a camping trip in it once, and my pad got poked and started leaking on me, and so I woke up and I was very off balance on it, and I moved and I fell backwards head first, upside down turtle in the Amok in the bug net, and I was just like, how in the heck am I going to get out of this? And I just was like, all right, where's my buddy Jeff? And I was like, Jeff, Jeff, wake up. And he had to literally come and grab me and pull me upright and get me out of the hammock. Luckily, it was the day we were leaving, so I didn't have to miss out on the trip. But
we got a question here from Mr. Derwin off the rails, the alter ego of Derwin on the trail. Kind of looks like him. Kind of looks like him too. But he actually uses. I seen it when we were at the YouTuber creator meetup that we do in the gorge every fall. He was there, and I think he had it there, his Ridge Runner. But he was saying what would be one advantage of the Amok over the Ridge Runner.
So the Ridge Runner is a bridge. The Amok comes with a pad, and so you don't need an underquilt with it. I do have a top quilt I bring with it. So that's one of the advantages of it. It does probably weigh a little bit more weight than the Ridge Runner. I would guess I haven't laid in a Ridge Runner to be straightforward. But that is going to be one of the major differences in it, is just the insulation on it. The pad comes in it.
So you probably might see him in the chat there, but Mr. Wild Millennial, he was actually him and Josh, the Wandering Hippo. They both had Amoks when they went backpacking with us the first time, and I ain't gonna lie, they're very intriguing. And when I laid in it down there at Hangcon, they're very comfortable, but they're not for backpacking.
No.
So, but they have one. What we call them, the Cadillac of the hammocks. That's what it is. It's a Cadillac.
Now they do have an ultralight version. The ultralight version is actually made out of the same fabric they use for the bug nets on it. So it reduced the weight a whole lot. I've never taken mine truly backpacking. I'm more of a car camper now. But I would probably be up to doing a couple mile hike in it and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'd hike the entire Appalachian Trail or something in it. But
yeah, they found out real quick that 8 miles in a day with that on their back, they had that wasn't for backpacking.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's definitely a little heavier, but it is, well made. I've had my current one since 2020 now, and so it's the same one I bought back in the day. And I've talked to the owners, and I actually met them last year at Hangcon, and I walked up to them. We were doing the midnight bacon, and I walked up to them. I was just like, I'm going to straight up apologize to you right now. I'm a 50-year-old dude, but I am so gonna, just geek out with you right now, and just be on it. He's like, we get it. We've seen Shug here, and we were doing the same thing, and so it was a great time. But they truly make their hammocks to be, long lasting, and durable. Like I said,
I could tell when I laid in it, it was pretty. Yeah, it was durable.
Yeah, I've had mine since 2020, so 6 years now I'm going on it, and you wouldn't be able to tell, except for the dirt stains I have on it that I'm just really bad at cleaning out on. But
Mike said he got stuck in the double Amok, and he said that was it for him.
Yeah.
Must have happened. The same thing that happened. Same thing that happened to you must have happened to him.
Yeah, I have a double also, but it's an LW version, and I've laid in it. But my head, I'm just at that 6 foot mark, and my head and my feet were just touching the ends. I was like, I could do this if I needed to do this, but I like my XL way too much.
I think I would like the headroom and the extra room. Like I said, if you're gonna get something like that, you might as well get the Cadillac, the X, like you said, the XL there.
Yeah, because they have on each end of the hammock, they have little poles that basically keep the foot and the head elevated, and then there's a shock cord over your head that keeps the bug net out of your face, so you don't feel claustrophobic at all. It is really roomy in there. Once you get that bug net zipped up, it's just like you feel like you're on your own little private space. You don't feel enclosed though, because with the pad, it doesn't like creep up on you where your shoulders come in. I lay out and just lay back and stretch out sometimes, and I'll lay on my side, and I now sleep with a full-size pillow in it too, because I have found that it's just the best. I bring my pillow from home and just put it up in there. And then when I'm not in it, I shove it into one of the little side areas. There's a ton of storage on the inside for it. I usually hang my quilt over the ridge line when I get out, so it's sitting there waiting for me when I hop back in. It's and I sleep with a CPAP too, so I keep the battery and the CPAP inside the hammock.
Where do you put that thing at?
I have a little Jackery 300, I think, and I put that actually in the space they've designated for your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just put that up in there, and then I have a little Ridgeline organizer, and I put my CPAP in there and just plug it in all right there, and it just sits there on my right side and works perfect for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you're just now joining us and everything else, we're talking about his hammock that he introduced me to when I was at Hangcon. It was the Amok. I'm not gonna Dramur. That's
Dramur,
right? Yeah.
Dramur. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and I've seen it before. I never laid in one, and Mr. Aaron there, I showed him on the screen, but he introduced me and him, and he said, "You got to lay in this thing." I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. He got me in it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely different.
Oh yeah.
That's all I can say. I definitely think I can lay in one.
Oh yeah. I'm a big advocate of them. And to be straightforward, I've communicated with them, but they've never paid me $1. They've given me some gear. They gave me some gear from last year, and I just bring it around to hangs and let people set up in it. As you saw the hang, people are like, "Can I get in?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, let's hop in my hammock right now. Let me get my quilts out the way, and I'll show you how to get in, and then just hop in."
It was comfy, and I like the chair mode. I like the ability, like if you want to just sit in your hammock, and like you can't really you can lay in your hammock, and I guess if you want to, you could sit sideways in your hammock, but it's definitely not like sitting the way you was or the way I was in the hammock.
Yeah.
You just there and just drank your coffee, and I think I've seen Mr. Wild Millennial Jason. He done that when we were out there.
Oh yeah, the chair mode in it is a next level comfort, especially if you just like to hang in your hammock. You don't have to like turn sideways like you would in a gathered in. You pull the straps on the feet and pull the straps on the head, and you'll be straight up in chair mode. I have a picture or two of a friend of mine, JP, who at this trip was sleeping in the Amok all weekend in it, and he's just sitting there, got a big old smile on his face, sitting in there in chair mode. I'm like, that's what it's all about. It's just getting relaxed and comfort and enjoying the hang.
Oh yeah. We had Jason. He said he finds the Tharp very versatile, and I can attest to that. They use it back and forth with both their systems, and they're very. You could set them up a lot of different ways from what I've seen.
Yeah. And another thing about the Tarps is they come with all the tie outs attached and tensioners on them, so they put a lot of thought into this gear when they're designing it. The stakes come with every tarp you purchase. The straps come with the hammock when you buy it. They now include the little poles for the head and the foot. So I mean, they've put a lot of thought into this gear.
I'm gonna have to take my comments back. Rich said he has a 120-pound coworker that backpacks with one. Said she loves it. I want to take it back.
Cause say if I ever get back into a backpacking shape, I'll probably be carrying it. I'll suffer the weight penalty with it.
I mean,
just for the comfort at the end of the night.
Even if you're doing I would say anything less than 5 miles, it'd be still worth it, because
absolutely
you can have the comfort.
Absolutely.
And mostly especially this time of year, or even, anytime. You got plenty of places you can car camp now too. I'm actually wanting to check some spots out not far from here, so that way I can do a little bit of car camping and kayaking this summer. Just pull right in, and because the spots are right there on a creek, and you just slide your kayak down the creek, go fishing, come back, camp. So looking into that as well, but have to get Jason down here and have him set up his Amok.
Yeah, we have a couple of great spots here in North Carolina. Rainbow Gorge is like one of my most favorite places to camp. Absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And then we have the Uwharries pretty close to me, about an hour south of me. They do have an off-roading area, so I'll take my truck down there and do some off-road and then camp in the woods and just have, just
So
a blast all week.
exactly where are you in North Carolina again?
I'm in central North Carolina, the Greensboro area.
Okay, so you're right. We actually east of Asheville.
Yep.
Or west of Asheville.
Yeah, west, yeah.
We actually did some camping out in that way, and I really like it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely. I've said it 100 times, and everybody that comes here, I'm like, you have to make time to go to Linville Gorge. You don't think it is, but it's just stunningly beautiful.
It's on the list. It is on my list.
Yeah.
That one, I would like to get out there. Hopefully this year. Probably won't this year, but definitely next year. I've got a top 20 that I want to get done, and it's on there. And Foothills is on there. The Knobstone's on there. I'm hoping to knock those two out this year. I'm going to really, really push myself to knock those two out.
Yeah, when you're out this way, just give me a shout, man. I've got some camping trips lined up throughout the year, but yeah, if you make it out this way, just give a shout.
Maybe if you're out there towards the gorge, we'll have to meet up, man.
Yeah, maybe we can talk Ron and convince him to come out for.
He would definitely be down for that. I know he would be. We had Rich ask, what's the R value of the sleeping pads?
I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I've had the hammock down into the low 30s, never got cold underneath. As you can see, I lack a little cover on my head, so that was the thing that really got cold on me, was my head, but it never got cold on my backside. I have a 20-degree top quilt I now sleep with, and that kept me pretty warm.
So which pad is it that you have?
I have the winter version. Okay,
so I want to say that's Jason might actually know. He's very, very knowledgeable on the Amok. I have to look it up, but I want to say it has to be probably at least an R value of 5 to 6. You would think, because that's an all season one.
Yeah, probably use the old trusty Google.
I've seen it before. I just can't remember.
The 3 season is 3.5, and then the 4 season, which is their winter version, is 5.5 RE value.
Okay, yeah, those are good down to, I think, 0. If I remember correctly.
I've been in the 30s with it. Never an issue with being cold underneath me. There is, if you kind of go off the pad and you touch the bare fabric, you will get cold on your arms and stuff like that. You'll be on a hard shock for that one. But I take down throws or woobies, and I just shove them up under the straps on the side and kind of bring them out. So when my arms reach out, I'm not touching bare fabric. I usually hit the woobie on the side. And I can wrap my arm up in it and stuff.
Aaron's out here bad mouthing us, saying we don't even see that he's in the room. Man, I seen you when you first got in here. You did join a little late though, but I hope dinner was good. I actually made growing up, and then find out that my wife really don't care for stuffing and stuff. My daughter don't either, but I made chicken casserole. Growing up, it was something that I really liked, and I wanted to make it. So I had to make that tonight, and then find out that they don't really care for it. And I was like, well, you're gonna have to live with it every now and then.
If you're bringing Aaron out camping, he's a pretty good cook too. He made us some collard greens on a couple of trips, and best collard greens I've had.
He had them cooked. I didn't get any of them. I didn't get any of those. I remember. So Jason said he's had his 3 season down to 35. So it's a testing right here.
I have the 3 season and the 4 season, and during usually I'll switch fall winter time to the 4 season, and then when I get springtime, I'll switch back to the 3 season, because it will get warm on you. I've slept in it and down in South Carolina in July, and I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating like crazy, but so was everybody else. So I didn't feel like the pad really had any impact on that. But the bug net, I'm telling you right now, kept the mosquitoes off me. That's one thing. If there's mosquitoes buzzing around my ears at night, I cannot sleep. And so that bug net, just I think is the best.
Got Corey in here now. Yeah, Jason says Aaron looks like a collard green expert. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Jason. Those things when he was cooking them. Now I'm kind of mad that I forgot to go back and get some.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but we even had leftovers. So,
man, Aaron, you're never gonna be allowed on the show now, buddy, unless you give me some of them collard greens. Then you can make it up. I remember how they smelled, man. He made them like there's a guy I used to work with at one of the IT. I used to work for COT and here for the state of Kentucky. But he made collard greens with the smoked turkey, and I was like, and when he had that cooking, I could just tell. I was like, oh my Lord.
Yeah, that's one thing. We've never gone hungry on a camping trip. There's always seemed to be too much food. Everybody just wants to chip in and bring something, and by the end of the day, we've got enough to feed 10 times the people we usually have. So,
Mr. Aaron, he says he can throw down in the woods. Must be a Kentucky thing because I can get down pretty good in the woods, and then we have Jason Wall, Mr. Backpacking with Jason. He can throw down too. Like I've had some steak. Him and his buddy Sean. I don't know what it is. I guess when you just grown up in the woods, you just learn how to cook in the woods.
Yeah. You can ask Aaron. I love to bring sausages on trips because they're just easy to cook. But I introduced him to Conecuh sausages. They're out of Alabama. Best smoked sausage you're ever going to find.
See, I didn't. I'd had them before Hangcon, but I found them at Aldi's here in my town, and I'm going to tell you, I cut them up and put them in my chili. I actually got some. I actually got a chili. I'm probably going to make. I may make it this weekend just because it's going to snow and be cold as all get out again. I was gonna go out for a trip, and I'm like, I see the thing. I'm like, oh my God, why has it got to do this again? Is that time of year when it's like, really? That's when you wish you had, 0-degree quilts overstuffed, or.
I'm not gonna lie, I was right before I hopped on. I was
have you a nice little hot tent.
Looking at some hoodies, some down hoodies, because I was like that. It got down to low 30s. In Florida, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think to bring my hat or anything.
I have to go back and look at the video, but I think it might have got down to like 27 or low 30s or something when you were down there. I didn't get the cold day.
Aaron was showing me his hoodie that he had purchased, and I was like, oh my gosh, I went looking for one, I couldn't find one.
Oh, the electric one?
No, he's just a down one.
Oh, a down one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to see that. You'll have to show me that. And you'll have to. Have you ever used Alpha?
I don't think I have.
Did you see him wearing his green hoodie, Aaron? There we go. Hammock Mountain said he had 27 at Hangcon. So.
Yeah, it was chilly.
And what was you said you had a 20-degree top quilt and that pad.
Yep.
I'd say about the only thing that got cold was your head.
It was. That was. That
you need to get you a baklava, man, or a Swilley or something like that.
I was sitting there, I got my CPAP on, and I'm trying to pull everything up around me and wrap around my head, because I was like, gosh, dang it.
I ain't gonna lie. When I go to sleep, I put a baklava on, and then I'll put an Alpha beanie on over that, and then I'll put my hoodie on over that.
Yeah, I even had my hoodie because I was like had it up, but there was just enough of a crack. All that coldness, just my ears are the worst.
There we go. Aaron said, hammock gear hoodie.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll have to ask Adam about that.
As I went looking at their booth when we were down there, because I was like, if there's one hanging here, I'm going to grab it. I don't even care. It's like my head needs it. I look like a little old Russian lady the next day. I had stuff wrapped around my head when I got hopped in that hammock. I was like, my head is not getting cold on Friday night.
So I actually do merino pretty well, but I get what you're saying, Logan. It can be pretty itchy, but that down, I'll have to look into that hammock gear down hoodie. I'm pretty interested because then I wouldn't mind having something like that with a little kangaroo pouch pocket in the front.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm always scared with down because I'm a firebug, and when you're around the fire, down stuff usually don't last pretty well.
It doesn't like it very well. Tends to burn a hole pretty quickly.
There we go. Corey said he had 27 as well, and his quilt covered his head. So I was gonna say you also have hair like me, Corey. Yeah, so you don't your head don't get really cold.
Corey got hair.
Down hood. Okay, he said it's their down hood. Okay, I think I've seen that. To keep your head really warm, Aaron. So you said this is your fourth Hangcon, is that what you said?
Yeah, fourth or fifth. I think 2020 was my first one. So this had to be my fifth, I guess, because I did miss 2024.
I'll say, so you've seen it grow quite a bit, because I've seen some pictures that someone posted. It was 2021 and then 2025, and I seen the difference. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So you've seen it grow. I want to know your thoughts.
My first year going, it was great. It definitely felt smaller. I felt like I got to talk to more people and interact with more people. The vendors, there were still a lot of vendors there, but they were intermingled with everybody, and I don't feel like they were getting swarmed like they do now. Because I know how I am. I was swarmed a vendor and asked questions all day long about stuff. So that first year definitely felt smaller. I got to just kind of hang out and just sit down and talk to people a lot more. So it's definitely grown, but I love that it's grown also because it's showing that more people are interested in hammock camping. And it's just such a great environment too. Every year I've been, it's just everybody's having a good time. I've never really seen any issues there. I'm sure there's stuff that happens, but the crew there take care of it so well. You don't feel the impact of it. The auctions are not the auctions, the raffles are a blast.
Oh yeah, that was that little dance there at the beginning. Like it had my littlest one. She was just over there giggling and going crazy.
Yeah.
Then about the time they started doing the auction, she's over there just like all asleep.
Yeah.
Which that auction, I didn't think they were ever going to end that first round.
Yeah. But they have a lot of good gear. I
went up there and looked at it, and I was like, man, they got some nice stuff up here.
Yeah, I got a bag of candied jalapenos, a strawberry jalapeno jelly, some jalapeno salt. I'd actually purchased the candied jalapenos and the jelly Thursday when I first saw them. I was walking around and I tried.
I think I had some on a cracker.
I'm a sucker for a candied jalapeno. So I saw that and tasted, and I was like, heck yeah.
Did you put some on a cracker?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's where, yep, I remember.
Yep, I had them sit down on the table, and we did some meat and cheeses, and, just mixing that stuff all in there was delicious. So when I went up there and saw that bag, I was like, heck yeah, I'll take that. That is right up my alley.
So you've seen so hangs, we're going to go more into hangs, I guess. Several hangs where you're at this year, and then there's but this is the first hang I've met you at, I believe.
Yeah.
So what other hangs what other hangs do you attend every year?
So this year, I'm looking to expand a little bit. I've thought about going to the Michichiligan. I was introduced to that hang last year. I've thought about going up there. It's up north, have some family up that way. I was like, that might be a fun hang. That's in October. I'll definitely be at Hangcon again next year. And then I'll be at some of the North Carolina hangs, the North Carolina Hammock Hangers group. We have some hangs here out towards western North Carolina and eastern North Carolina. So I'll be at a few of those this year. We'll be down in South Carolina for a couple of hangs. My hammock hanging family that I've kind of grown with, mixed with some of the North Carolina group and South Carolina group, and then unfortunately we got a couple of people from Kentucky that have kind of snuck their way in. Ron, but
I guess if you cook good, you let them attend, huh?
Exactly.
Now he's rubbing it in and telling about the jalapeno jam with the French toast. Yeah.
We had some French toast.
I think next time when I come, I'm just going to find Aaron and set up over in that spot.
Oh yeah, like I said, we don't go hungry. We usually gain a few pounds between the food and the drinks, and it's just a great.
Yeah, he gave me that was it the butter pecan moonshot, the cream.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what, but he's like, here, put this in your coffee, and I was like, okay. Made the coffee pretty good, not gonna lie.
Bad influence.
It is what it is. I mean, when you're there, you're there to have fun, and sometimes fun involves a little bit of liquid courage, as I've called it.
Oh yeah,
that's actually
honestly sitting around. Having a nice drink.
Aaron's good at introducing me to a lot. He introduced me to several people down there at Hangcon this time, and glad I got to talk to you first, because I probably would have never actually gotten in a mock if it wasn't for you. And
yeah. I'm glad I had the opportunity to show it to you.
I think it'd be something that my father-in-law would love, because he has a CPAP, and he has to sleep with it when he goes camping, and pretty hard to do that in the gathered in, but it'd be really easy, like you said. And so I'm gonna have to bring that up to him, and I'll actually be seeing him probably soon, because like I said, those places that I want to camp over the summer with that we can go kayaking, I go kayaking and stuff. He knows where it's at too, so I'll be seeing him. I'll have to bring that up to him. Just have to show it to him. Yeah. Then it'll be awful, because then he'll want one, and
it's worth the investment. Definitely.
That's what I tell him. I mean, yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit up front, but it's worth it. I mean, like I tell everybody, is it worth your sleep?
Oh yeah. It's
that's one of the things that keeps people from going camping is sleep.
Yeah, especially the older you get, the comfort becomes high up on your priority list. It's a lot less about the weight; it's a lot more about the comfort.
Yep.
But, I've found, because when I first started hammock camping, I've had sleep apnea for years and have used my CPAP, and I started running into the people that had CPAPs. I'm like, how are you doing this? I'm like, how are you sleeping with this? Because I've having a booger of a time figuring this out, and just talked to a couple people throughout the years, and kind of came across when I found that Jackery, that was really a game changer for me, because it is portable enough to put in my hammock, because for a while it just had some deep cell batteries and an inverter and had all this wires going everywhere, and it's just like a chore to go camping.
You're just waiting for something to catch fire while you're asleep. Yeah.
Or the battery drain in the middle of the night, and then you have to switch to another battery, and it was just.
You got it's about like that big?
Yep. The 300.
Perfect little. Yep. I've got something similar. I've got the I don't know what brand it is, but it's what it is a 300.
Yeah, I bought a DC plug for my CPAP machine, and plug that in to save a little power from it converting to AC. And if I turn off all the humidity and the heating and stuff on it, I'll get 4 to 5 nights, good 8-hour nights out of that, just small battery now. So whereas before I was lucky to push 2 nights, just with the couple of different batteries I was bringing.
There we go. He said you might be interested in the Superior storage bags that they sell with their hammocks, because it's made to go on a ridge line. Yeah, and he said it might be perfect to put your CPAP in. Chicken Little was saying in the chat here.
Okay, cool.
I don't know where you said where do you put your CPAP?
I have a Ridgeline kind of bag right now that I bought a cheap Chinese one. I've had to retie it 2 or 3 times now, so I've been looking for other options recently for that.
So they may have something.
Yeah.
Or Chicken Little can probably make it. I know he's been getting into the sewing and everything. He's sent me several things through Messenger and stuff that he's sewed, and I'm like, dude, when you get a fanny pack made the way that and get one with with the waterproof zipper, and I was like, I need it to be bigger than 1.5 liters, and I need this to look like I need it to look like this because I like this style. He's like, well, when I get there.
Yeah.
But he's doing pretty good. I think he put snaps on his Superior. I think he got the Starlight, but he put snaps and everything on his underquilts and everything, and like snapped it in and everything else. He's pretty handy with that stuff.
That's not my forte. I can sew, but it would look like a 3-year-old sewed. So that is not my forte. I'm a function over form person. So as long as it works, I'm like, all right, cool. Don't care what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not really talented at making anything. I'm also not like, I think Mike. Did you get to meet Mike?
I'm not sure if I met Mike.
Mike Conley. Everybody knows him in the chat by Mekon.
Yeah.
But he. What was we talking about again? Sorry, got kind of off track there.
I think Aaron showed me his new tarp that he had. He had set up.
Oh yeah, over there with the internal poles.
Yeah,
that was he's one of the ones that likes to tinker, and he's actually the one who showed me the internal pole thing for hammock gear to ask for the tarp that I got. And
yeah,
he's one of the ones that you can get DIY stuff if you wanted stuff for tarps and stuff like that. Because I know you, I'm sure the Amok, you could definitely do something with an internal pole or something. Because that tarp, it's big enough.
I've thought about that for the tarp because I do like I bring a lot of stuff with me, so I like to have it up under. I can shove it up under a tarp in case it does rain on me. So I have their Schedule 13 tarp, so it's big enough to get everything. But there are moments I'm like I miss my internal pole mods for my Walhalla tarp that I used to use, because I could then tighten that down and pull in the sides a little bit more and kind of feel like
get it wide open if you wanted to get it more open.
Yeah, especially let those poles just fly right up. Oh yeah.
There you go, Jason. That's what you need to work on with your tarp, is to put some internal pole mods on because he has the which tarp do you have again? It's I
have the Schedule 13, and then they have the 10 as the other one.
He probably has the Schedule 13 because it's the big one.
Yeah, that's their newest one.
You could definitely do internal pole mods in that. Just makes me wonder if Trevor's would work or not. I know it works on a lot of different tarps.
I looked at that. I'd have to do something with the ends of the tarp to put some pole mods on it to hold the poles in, but because I've thought about that too.
There we go. He said it was the dandelion shell that Mike was using.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that thing was decked out. Him and Aaron's wife, Missy. Them women, I mean, they might as well just stay at home because it's just the only thing they're missing in there is a TV.
Her sheep house.
Yeah, sheep house.
Yeah.
Mike says he loves that tent. I was like, how can you love it, buddy? She took it straight from you. That's hers. Haven't you learned? That's hers. Anytime you go, that's going to be hers.
Yeah, Aaron's wife, Missy, hers it's set up like a little Airbnb in there. She's got.
Oh yeah, she's showing me everything. I was like, the only thing you're missing in here is a TV.
Yeah. And
that'll be there next time.
That's probably on our list. Aaron just hadn't gotten around getting it for her.
It just hasn't showed up yet, or she didn't have it pulled out. Maybe.
Ran out of room.
Oh, there we go. We got the wife in here, Miss Sherry. She said that is definitely hers. So, Mike, sorry, buddy. That's the one thing that she will be able to find in your gear shed. Oh, speaking of gear shed, what kind of other gear do you have? You said you do a lot of car camping.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I bring my pop-up canopy. I'm a big Costco person. I feel like Costco should be repping me because I just like everything I pull out. They're like, "Where'd you get that, Costco?" I got the little hammock chairs, the Rio hammock chairs that Costco sells. Love that. Another great investment. I've had that for years. Their canopy. I bring my griddle with me now. A couple of tables, so it becomes an event for camping.
Erin says she's got a 14-inch tablet. She doesn't need a TV. You guys know she can hear you, right? That's the plan, buddy. That is the plan. Y'all need to keep from your wives getting in here. Mike's getting it now. I'm sorry. I'm friends with too many people.
Yeah.
Or
Missy knows one of my favorite pastimes at camping is messing with her. So.
Oh, I know y'all sitting there. She's sitting there cutting that little sausage, and y'all are just sitting there giving her back and forth, and she's just sitting there with the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time I'll have to sneak over there more.
Yeah, we always got room.
Speaking of North Carolina hangs, are you going to the next one?
I will be. The North Carolina group has a.
I think that's the Frozen Butts, Warm Hearts.
Yeah,
is that
Warm
the
Hearts,
name of it?
Cold Butts. Yeah.
There we go.
I'll be at that one at the end of February.
I think I have someone I'm meeting, and we're going to ride there together. So
I'll be there.
I should be there. So we'll say that.
I'm planning to do some smoked sausages and smoked cream cheese for the shared meal on Saturday. So,
ooh,
yeah,
I should make something.
I got
Let's see what the weather will be like.
When I got that jalapeno strawberry jelly, I was like, "This is going to be awesome on some smoked cream cheese." So,
oh yeah, that will be.
Yeah, it was on my mind when I saw it, tasting. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely coming."
Man. Speaking my language.
Oh yeah,
I'm a foodie. I like when I go out, I'm actually got a new little 2-in-1 stove that I'm gonna take out when I go out next time to help heat my hammock when I go to bed as well. But it's got a stove. It's basically a stove as well. I'm gonna take it because you can actually cook on it, like if you want to. So bring my pans with me and see if I can make something out there.
Yeah, so the one thing about backpacking, I'm not sure how well I'm going to feel about doing dehydrated food after all these camping trips, eating fresh food and smoked cream cheeses and stuff.
You can have the real food. I'll bring the real food. You can do it. I mean, you just got to learn. You just got to know how, have the right type of stuff. And normally I have a little grill that I bring that spins over the fire and stuff that I use, and that thing works great. I love it. It only weighs about a pound, so I love it. And I've actually cooked. I had it on my last trip whenever I went out and made mac and cheese over the fire with it, and cooked some hot dogs over the fire with it. Cut the hot dogs up and mixed it up in it, and had that for dinner.
Aaron mentioned y'all do a Red River Gorge hang, don't y'all?
Yep. And that one was this year. It's usually they do it at Hanson's. But this year we had it at right there above at the Indian Staircase. But yeah, that one
my list.
That one I made French toast. I made French toast when I was out there one morning, and then I made a big. Aaron remembers what all did I make, man? I can't remember, but I'm trying to do a meetup every year at Dolly's Sods as well in December that we're doing, and that one. Mickey here, he brought pork roll, and I'm sure I call it Taylor ham, and I'm sorry, Mickey, but that's how I remember it. So you can be mad at me for that, but I called it it's fancy bologna.
Oh yeah, Jason from Walhalla Hammocks, that he loves him some pork roll too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mickey, you'll have to make it to Hangcon, or even Who Hang. That's where I got that's where I found out about Midnight Bacon was there. I missed it whenever I was there at Hangcon because I had my daughter and I didn't really want to leave her and then go around walking around and doing everything. So it was a little bit different. This year she's grown a lot in the last year and way more mature. And she went with me to Midnight Bacon. We went there. It wasn't at midnight this time, so it made it a lot better.
We call it Midnight Bacon, but I don't think I've ever been up to midnight eating bacon at one of them. It usually starts around 9:30, and so
yeah,
but it's hiker midnight, anytime after dark. So
yep, hiker midnight. There we go. Rich said it. So it was the sausage party in the sods. Yeah, well, everybody brought up some sausages, and then we were all cooking them over the fire there that second night. I unfortunately went hiking with one of the guys, and that dude one of them is a marathoner, and the other one is like a triathlete. And let's just say I was only about 20 minutes behind him, but that also about killed myself too. I had cramps and everything. That was the worst. I'm like, yeah, I gotta learn who I can hike with. This definitely can't hike with these guys no more. Or if I do, I'm about to get in really, really good shape, and I can't do that because I like eating the junk food.
That or set the pace. Start out.
There we go. Mickey, he said he's going to go. Have you ever heard of Maha, man?
I have.
Have you been to Maha?
I have not.
Now, that one is a really good one. I've been to it a couple times now, and that one is really nice. Actually, when I go, I usually go up and I spend the night up with Rich in West Virginia, and then we'll drive on up from his house. This last time I went with Josh, and we camped the first night. I went up to Hilltop Packs and got my backpack from Ben, and then I went with Josh about an hour from there, and we backpacked in like a mile and camped tonight. It was actually a really cool spot. It was on like an island, like there was water on every side basically. So that was a pretty cool one. And then as you probably already know, and I guess that's going to be an announcement here, guys. Now I'm planning a hang. So it's going to be not this year. It is going to be roughly spring of 2027. There'll be more information to come, a lot more planning. I've got several people that I've still got to meet with that are going to help me plan all of this. But I want something to happen kind of like Hangcon closer to home, because there's a lot of people that I know would love it that can't make it there. And where I'm located at in Kentucky is very much central to a lot of people. And it makes it a lot closer for people that are in Missouri, people that are, Michigan, more people that are in Michigan, people that are in West Virginia, New York. It makes it a lot closer for them to be able to come. So hoping that I can get something small started by next year, get not nearly Hangcon level. I don't need that. I ain't got a whole team of people. There's only 4 of us that are going to start, and it's going to be I've stayed at this place a few times. I've done some like camping camping, kayaking things at this campground. So more to come, guys. There's a lot of planning, but we do have I kind of chose the name because it's I wanted to. So it's going to be called, where we're from, it's going to be right on the Cumberland. So it's going to be on the Cumberland River. We're going to be roughly about 15 miles above Cumberland Falls. So it's going to have a lot of options for stuff to do. And since it's going to be held every year, the first weekend of spring every year, I'm going to call it the Cumberland Spring Swing. So we're going to have that coming 2027. So that's the announcement the big announcement that I can tell you that thanks to Mike talking with him, he's the one who I was talking with, the friend, and he was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And and we started talking, and I was like, you know what? I'm really like where I'm located at would be a really good location just because it's a lot closer. Like for you, it's probably your central North Carolina.
Yeah.
It'd be less than, let's see, I think let's see here. I can be to the I can be to the Smokies in about
probably like
2 to 3. Huh?
Probably a 10-hour drive. I think when Aaron and Missy come this way, they usually.
Let's say Aaron probably knows.
Hours, right? Which is.
How far are you from? I'm gonna say you said you're central. How far are you from like Stone Mountain and all that then?
Stone Mountain about an hour and a half, I think. It's about an hour.
Okay, it's probably is closer to like 7 hours. I'd say it's about 7.
2.5 to Boone, about 2.5 to Asheville. So 3 to the coast, Wilmington area. So I'm in truly central North Carolina. So
Mickey says you say Taylor Ham, I say Hangalooza. Oh, whatever, man. Whatever makes you happy. Aaron says he's also going to bring stripper pole and DJ speakers. You're not the first person who made that joke with I had another buddy, Mr. Jeremiah and Rich. They're both very dirty minded. These people, if they're there, you don't want your kids to meet them. All they do is, Jeremiah's if he's got his family with him, he's a family man, and he's a different person when he's on trail. Let's just say that. But he made the comment because it said because it was swing. He's like, "Is it only for swingers?" I was like, "Oh my!" And then Rich, of course, being Rich, was like, "Oh crap, I lost my train of thought." But Rich, being Rich, he what was it again? You said, Rich? Let me look here. I've still got it in my text. So,
well, we've always theorized how we can make money off hammock camping, and the one idea we've come up with is only stands site.
Yep. He was like, is it going to be a naturalist event? He's like people getting out nude together. I was like, no.
I'm not sure how many of y'all want to see like that in a hammock, but
oh, he said the sex swing hang. There we go. There we go. No, it's not that either, Rich. Bunch of dirty minded. As I call the group, we're all in a group together. We're in a text group and all this. I call us the hiking degenerates. But I mean, I guess to be in the camping and hiking and backpacking world, just outdoors, you kind of have to be kind of with that mindset because it's just going to be out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Modesty kind of falls away when you're out in the middle of nowhere, too. So,
here we have 4 hours for Daniel. So, I'd have to. Where are you from again? And I could tell you.
Greensboro. Yep.
So you're not far from South Carolina then.
No. It takes me to get down to like Charleston area is about a 5-hour drive. Columbia area is about a 3-hour drive. That's why I do a lot of camping in the South Carolina areas. Yeah,
you're about 6.5 hours for me. So it'd be about probably 5.5, 6 hours for you to Cumberland Falls. So that's not bad at all.
No, not bad at all.
That's what I'm saying is a lot of it would be very centrally located. Florida, like northern Florida, is only probably 5 hours as well. No, not 5. No, Florida, that's still far. But like Georgia, like all the way to Atlanta, it's only like 5 hours. So
yeah, it takes me about 4 hours to get to Atlanta. So yeah, we've talked a couple of times about trying to do something out in Kentucky and just kind of expanding the horizons a little bit of where I've camped. So
I've got a spot. He was actually on here on Facebook. I seen him throw a little thumbs up earlier. But guys, if you're ever looking for an awesome spot to camp at, or even do kayak, because he can he can shuttle you to Cumberland Falls, and you drop your car off there, and you come back to his campground, put in, and you kayak from there to Cumberland Falls. And I'm just going to tell you, it is a once in a lifetime trip. You spend 2 nights on the river, you get to camp in Daniel Boone National Forest, and I'm just going to tell you, if you like to kayak, that is a trip that you need to do, and he can take care of you. And he's got all kinds of trips. I've done several trips with his campground. I've actually kayaked all the way from Williamsburg all the way to his campground. And from his campground, I didn't do it all at once, but and then I've done from the campground to Cumberland Falls. And let me just tell you, that entire, if you could take a whole week, float all the way from Williamsburg to Cumberland Falls, would just be one hell of a trip, just because the fishing you get, the wildlife, just the scenery, everything. Like every year starting out, we usually have a bald eagle right there on the river when we're starting out.
Yeah, that's been one of my bucket items too, is do a kayak camping trip, because I love kayaking too. But do
I have the trip for you then? Well, actually, I'm actually planning that. That will be one thing that will be. I'm hoping it ain't too cold. So that's one of the things. Like, it depends on what the temperature is at that time of year. But I would like to offer like kayak a short, like I've done it, and it's a very short kayaking trip. You put in down at the bridge, and then you float from there to the campground and get out the campground.
Yeah, this is my second year of the Hangcon trip that I've done the kayaking with manatees, and we did that Saturday, and that is just another amazing thing to do.
Okay, so next year I'm going to have to do that with my kids.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was because the air was nice and cool, so more manatees were up in the springs, and that spring water is like in the 70s. I mean, so there were people actually swimming in these springs, and you could just hang your feet over the kayak, and these things are massive. It's just one of those once in a lifetime things you get to do when you're down in Florida is kayak with manatees. So
yeah, I got to do that. Mickey asked if you'd ever been to Havana Fields in Greensboro.
No, but I've driven by Havana Fields, right there on Battlegrounds. Just by there the other night. We have some friends that own a little bar down there, Gate City Growlers, and we go down there and have a drink and listen to some music.
So Aaron said he's gonna have a hang here in his property. So if y'all know Aaron and he can get a hold of you, that means you might get an email from him. Aaron, we had Mike say that he says pick me for the hang. Buddy, I'm gonna invite anybody and everybody to the spring swing, as I'm gonna say. We'll just say the spring swing for short. I want it to become an event that everybody can attend and hopefully grow bigger and bigger, because this is I'm just going to tell you, it's a 212 acre private campground. It's a farm on it's a campground, and it butts up right to the Daniel Boone National Forest. So awesome place. Got like a big barn. Kind of reminds you of a smaller version of Hangcon in the area, but you could definitely fit a few hundred people in there, especially with hammock stands like they do it. But there's plenty of trees right there along the river that you can hang from, and just awesome spots. Yeah,
if y'all the North Carolina group, they're starting to do some more hangs this year, and they're a kind of organized group. They're on Facebook, but they'll do a couple of hangs out in Western North Carolina, a hang or two out in Eastern North Carolina. So
I think I'm going to that one next month. You probably go to the do you go to the Palmetto State Hangers as well?
Yep.
They have a few of them that I've seen that I'd like to meet. That I have a list of them. I was going to try to make a few of them this year, but
next weekend, they're doing their frozen bud. It's Esquatini State Park.
They need to be having that this weekend when they're getting.
They've told stories. They've had that frozen bud and they've woken up covered in snow, and I'm like, man, I haven't been that one yet, but I've gotten cold. But yeah, the North Carolina one, definitely there's space for not only are there trees, but there is space for stands also. So definitely. And they actually have water and power there too at the little site. It's like an old RV area,
There's
They
one.
don't use it anymore. So
Tony's done a couple of videos on it. The North Carolina hangar. Where was it at? Are you still out here, Daniel, from Hammock Mountain? They were just at it. It's where Mr. Beast. I think it was in the fall. Woolly Swamp. There we go. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Yeah, that one I was looking at, and I think that one was right around the same time as the creator meetup, is what I think.
Yeah, the Warm Hearts Cold Butts is at Van Hoy Family Campground.
Okay.
In Union Grove, North Carolina.
I think that one I want to be. I'm going to try to be. I probably will be at. Yeah. They're probably going to drag me there no matter what. So.
Yeah, Moose Man is kind of the de facto leader of the North Carolina group, and he's a good guy. So that's another just welcoming group. I decided to do a couple hangs with them, and
here we go.
Felt like
we got Daniel. Daniel actually wanted to get in here. You there, buddy? If you join, you have to close out of the. You have to close out of the YouTube stream. Let's see if he gets back in here. That was Daniel from Hammock Mountain. He's been to a few of those North Carolina hangs. I'm pretty because he's right there in Virginia. He's not far from. I think he's only about 4 hours from me.
I'm pretty sure I've met Daniel then.
He hangs out a lot with Tony from Random Adventures. See if he gets back in here.
Sometimes the bad thing is, especially with hammock hangers, is them by their trail names and their real names. Somebody will say it, and you're like, I don't know if I've met that person. Then you'll see him like, I know that guy.
Yeah, a lot of people. I met a few of my subscribers when I was down at Hangcon, and one of them, he walked up and he's like, "You're taller in person." I was like, "Man, you just made me feel tall." I was like, "I'm not really that tall, but thank you." So it must be getting the camera angles right.
Yep.
Got you, buddy. Guys, this has been a little bit longer episode tonight. I want to thank Kevin for joining us again.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here, man. A lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that could be definitely camping if they joined. There we go. We got Daniel here. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Finally got this crazy thing to work.
So you get out to a lot of hangs, so we can hear your perspective here.
Well, Woolly Swamp is where I went. That was the last hang I went with North Carolina Hammock Hangers. And I would advise anybody gets a chance to go to Woolly Swamp, go, because it is absolutely gorgeous there. And take your fishing equipment. There's a river right there. They were pulling some pretty good bass out of there.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Johnson.
I hit mute. My bad. But what was the license for there? What did you have to pay for a license?
I don't remember what the temporary license was because I just bought a year-long license for North Carolina.
Okay. So they have like a year-long out-of-state resident or out-of-state, I guess.
Yeah.
I do that for South Carolina too when I go down there so I can fish where we're at, intercoastal or up in some of the lakes and rivers up there.
I'm going to tell you right there on where we're at, the Cumberland, catfish right there, of course, but smallmouth, oh, you'll burn them up right there on the river.
Yeah, I normally keep a year license to Tennessee, West Virginia, Florida, and North Carolina, and Virginia. Well, I got lifetime for Virginia, so.
Yeah, I've got I think a 3-year here for Kentucky, and then I don't really get out and fish in a whole lot of other places, but I ain't gonna lie. Rich keeps wanting to. He's a fly fisherman. He keeps trying to. He's like, I want to get you on one. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I will go. I'll go trout fishing, but I'll use a spinning rod.
That's another one of my bucket list items to get done this year is get back into fly fishing. I did it when I was much younger, when I lived in Louisiana, and it's just one of those things. I was like, I think I'm gonna take that back up. Give me something else to do.
I've never gotten the chance to fly fish, but if there's going to be a fly fishing class at the Cumberland Gap or the Spring Swing, I'll get it right after a while. Then I may go just for that.
Oh, okay. Well, I know a guy that does quite a bit of trout fishing, fly fishing, and he knows quite a few people as well. And you'll notice him by his tarp. You'll notice him exactly at any hang that he goes to. You'll see him. He goes to Mahaw. That's who I go with. But Rich, he loves he gets noticed by his tarp, and I think he loves it. He kind of gets a little chubby from it, I think. But his tarp, you'll notice because he's got it's a brown trout tarp. Might be rainbow. I can't remember if they're both rainbow, but he just got a rainbow trout tarp, printed tarp from Dutchware for his winter tarp. And I can't remember if it's brown or if it's also a rainbow trout that he has for his regular backpacking tarp. But oh my Lord, both of them, everybody's always like, whose tarp is that? What is it? I'm like, man, I just bring you with me so people come over here and I can start a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can make something like that. I've got everything up here, and I'm thinking I've got actually got a few. I've already got a schedule of events that I'd like to do, and all of this and on there. And I've got one day I'd like to do a kayaking thing if it's warm enough, and then also I'd like to do a hike at Cumberland Falls. You can go Cumberland Falls to Dog Slaughter, and of course, you're right there on the river, so you can go fishing anywhere. You can literally walk right down to the walk right down to the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about doing up near the gorge. There you
go.
Lake.
Brook
We've
trout.
talked about doing that.
He said it's brook trout. Okay. Yeah, at the gorge, and we have trout fishing here as well. It's just a little bit further. It's on the other side of Lake Cumberland here where I'm from. If you go to the other end of the dam, actually below the dam, they release. It's a hatchery down there, and they actually release probably every day, I would imagine.
Yeah, Western North Carolina is known for their trout fishing and fly fishing. My wife was up there earlier this year or last year, I guess now, for a conference, and they had a house right on this river, and she said there would just people out there all over the river fly fishing.
I think Rich, he actually makes his Rich actually makes his own trout lures, I guess you call them. That's what I call them. But he makes his own. He makes his own lures and everything else. Might have to see if he wants to become a little more involved. I think he might. He's the West Virginia guy, man. We need to get we need to get all on a trip together. He's the one who took me to Cranberry and got us lost, but
yeah. Well, I could.
There we go. He said it correctly. He ties flies.
I could take you back to that same place, and you wouldn't get lost.
I was going to say, that place like the back of your hand. It's one of your favorites, isn't it?
Yeah, we hike in there to that crash site twice a year.
Yeah, he took us the roundabout way, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't want you giving away his spots.
We're in the process of opening up a trail down the other side. So you can hike in the one way through district line on through that way, and then you can go on past the crash site and go back out the other way.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to plan that. Well, guys, I hate to say it, but I think we need to get going. I've went a little bit over time tonight, but I got a second guest joined in here, and I'm glad he joined in. We got to hear him talk a little bit about hammock hangs, and get him more. We'll get him more involved. We'll get some trips involved with him because he does a lot of the. Y'all need to. Actually, I'm gonna let them tell. We've let Kevin introduce himself. I kind of didn't with Mr. Hammock Mountain here, but you want to go ahead and tell them about yourself, where they can find you at, and what you do, man, because I find it very interesting with what some of the stuff that you do.
Well, mainly what I do is make bad decisions, and so far they've all paid off. I haven't been in jail yet, so I think we're good. But no, I'm Daniel. A lot of people in here know who I am. The YouTube channel is Hammock Mountain, and I stealth camp out of the way places you wouldn't expect somebody to stealth camp. Places that are like kind of on the edge of maybe you shouldn't do it, but it's all fun. And as a matter of fact, I thought about going out tonight and trying my best to do a car camp, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. It's pretty chilly out there right now.
Man, I've been looking because I've been stuck inside so long now. I'm like, I got to do something. I got this new little 2-in-1 heater stove thing. I think I'm gonna try to get out just because I want to be crazy because I've been cooped up with my kids for too long and I need a little bit of me time.
Yeah, once I get in my hammock, I'm fine because it's very warm. But I think my coldest night was 10 degrees in my hammock, just hammock top quilt and stuff. But the coldest night I've done in a tent, and that was just because there was nowhere to hang a hammock. The wind chill was 15 below. And
nope, good.
I was warm until I threw my top quilt off, and then I second guessed the whole thing. But yeah, it's I've got some crazy stuff that I've done and some stuff that's probably pretty boring. So depending on which end of the spectrum you are, I've probably got something for everybody.
I'll say you got some pretty cool stuff. I'm glad you got on here, man. And I want to thank Kevin for getting on here again and telling us about the Amok Dramur. And guys, I want to thank everyone out there for joining tonight. And I want to get Daniel in here again. As you've seen, he's got a lot of stories, and most of them are recorded. But there is some stuff that's not been on camera, I'm sure. Yeah. So we'll get him back in here. He's got some very interesting stuff. So, but guys, I want to thank you all for joining another episode of Adventure Closet Talk with me here. I want to thank these guys for joining in tonight and just helping the conversation. We've had a great conversation tonight, and it just keeps getting better with each episode. And I want to thank you all out there. I want to thank these guys. And you know what? Y'all adventurers, just keep on adventuring.
Thank you.